What do I use to spearfish in Ireland? Well, we'll start off with the wetsuit. The wetsuit is going to keep you warm in the water when you're spearfishing for 2, heck even 3 hours. I personally use the Cressy Apnea Camo in 5mm. This wetsuit is a 2-piece and it is open cell, so the material inside is kind of like raw neoprene, so you basically need some kind of lubricant to put the wetsuit on. Now you could use, what I use generally is conditioner with water, mix it up and it works wonders. Now obviously the coat, the jacket comes with pants as well, and you slip these on first and then you slip on the jacket. In Ireland we actually get temperatures ranging from around 8 to 15 degrees in the summer, and for that you need 5mm. Generally I don't spearfish in the winter. The viz really gets bad, it gets cold, and so usually here in Ireland, and you will see this, a lot of people start to spearfish in May, and even that's considered early. I use these Sport Sub, I believe they're also 5mm. They're socks, there's nothing special about them. They are open cell as well. They keep me warm enough. However, I would not spend a lot of money on them. As you can see, there's quite a lot of wear. Buy them cheap, wear them for probably 1 season, 1 year, and then you probably have to switch them out because of the rocky terrain we have here in Ireland. Same with the gloves. Like, I don't even know what kind of brands these are. It's just neoprene, something to keep your hands protected. I think, especially with gloves, I generally go cheap. There's no point of buying 20, 30 euro gloves and then to destroy them every single year. Unless you're Jeff Bezos, I recommend just getting a cheap pair. These will do you fine. They do me fine. Now to the most exciting part of this video, the gun, the spear gun. And I use Salvamar Hero. It has 2 rubber bands. It has a reel on it. Now, we don't really need a reel in Ireland, but plan to spearfish in the Mediterranean, and I kind of want a hybrid in between. Usually 105 in Ireland, a bit of an overkill. Really, you don't need a big gun for Ireland. The fish here are a decent size, but because of the visibility all year around, you're actually better off getting a smaller gun, which has a bit of power behind it. And I've got a shark clip, or what, I can't remember what the name is. I think they're called shark clips on the end there to attach to my line, which then attaches to my float. So it has an elliptical shape to the body, and this is supposed to help you to traverse the gun through the water. Next up in my bag are the Salvamar Turn 151s. These are a plastic fin. They are the first proper fins I actually bought for myself, and they've stayed with me for at least 5 years now. I mean, they've been through hell and back. They're all scratched up. Ireland has a lot of very rocky terrain underwater, and especially when you do shore dives, these things will be battered to hell, and they stand the test of time. They've got a good action. They spring back very strongly. Next up, my dive watch. The dive watch I use is the Salvamar 1 freediver watch, I believe it's called. It tells me how deep I go, it tells me the temperature of the water, it tells me how long I've been underwater and how long I've been at the surface. Now this is quite important because generally you want to stay 3 to 4 times the time you spend underwater. So if I spent 3 minutes, okay, not 3 minutes, if I spent 1 minute underwater, you would want to spend about 3 to 4 minutes on the surface, breathing normally before you go down, just to prevent hyperventilation and then potentially even a blackout. A crucial piece of equipment is a mask, a low profile mask. It's a Salvamar Fly with a cheap snorkel. This mask is very good. I mean, the low profile, it doesn't really have a frame which squeezes into your face. It's very malleable, and the only hard bits are obviously the tempered glass on there. They stick very close to your face, which gives you a wider field of view. The way I attach my snorkel is actually, I can't remember who I saw on YouTube, but they recommended this system, and it's just this rubber, almost like a rubber band, a piece of rubber you can buy. It's very cheap and it's amazing. It's so much better than using the plastic clip-on thing that it always comes, all the snorkels come with, and it's so much better. It sticks on, you can, it's perfect. It's just amazing. I recommend going into a shop. So you should have a good seal, so once you press the mask and you hold your breath, it should stick to your face. If it doesn't, that means the mask probably doesn't fit you, and maybe the mask will feel uncomfortable. You can buy masks online, but you should be prepared to shell out a lot of money on different types of masks that won't work, and then you go diving and then it doesn't fit you properly and you have a bad experience. So I recommend just going into a shop, trying on a bunch of them, and then seeing which one fits best. The float I use is an immersion float. It's like a backpack, but for the water, and it floats around everywhere you go. I have lots of compartments where I can stick things. I have my fish string on this side. I've got a net for crabs and scallops on this side. I have a strap to carry it on my back while I walk to the beach. Yeah, and then all the guns, it gives you lots of, there's lots of Velcro straps on here, so you can attach however many guns. For 5 guns, up to 5 guns on here. I don't think the float would float with 5 guns on here, but you can do it if you want. I think we use the Alpha flag, this one here in Ireland. Attached to my buoy is a float line. Now this is completely DIY. I took a piece of wood and I coiled this rope. I'm not sure what it is. It's synthetic opposed to some kind of natural fiber. Some people use float lines. However, I've heard they tend to puncture, and also they're quite expensive. So does the job. You can attach this to the end of your gun. You attach this part to your float. I nearly completely forgot to mention my weight belt. I use 7 kilo, a very simple clasp. Very small, very simple, but very pointy, easy. It's very easy to quickly dispatch a fish. In terms of how I film my videos, I use the GoPro Hero 9. It works perfectly fine. Most of the pictures I take, videos I make underwater, are all out of this. The DJI Mini 2 also works perfectly well. I believe it's like the most affordable, smallest drone you can get. It's under the 250 gram limit, so you don't really need a license. I ended up getting one just in case. I use this dive torch. It's made by Aplos. It's very strong and has a simple switch on and off. That's all it does. It's a nice handy strap so you don't lose it. To store my equipment and to bring it ashore, I use this fin bag by Salvamar. Then I also use the Salvamar to match the bag for my spear gun. So that stores my spear gun. It's just about long enough to store the gun. Literally just about. I think there's like 1 centimeter off, and this bag would be too small to house my gun. And that should be it, I believe. That's what I use to spearfish here in Ireland. I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe you found this video informative. I plan to make more videos this year. It's a bit difficult with my job, so I don't really have that much time, but I really want to, and I will try my best to try to get some videos out there. If you enjoy my content, make sure to like and subscribe. Heck, even check out some of the other videos I have on this channel.